All right, guys, we're back, and I'm gonna get ready to start my own mock question. So it's trivia time. Mock questions by Daymi Pelaez. So I hope you guys like it, but remember, take it easy on me because I'm new at this. I tried my best, and I made it as tricky as possible because I want to see if I can get you guys, but I never could. So, all right, Ethics of Supervision, ABA Exam Academy, first question. Ready? All right, participants, mute all. If you guys need to get unmuted, go ahead. But I'm gonna read the questions out. Daphne is a new BCBA that works for ABA 123 Clinic. She wants to know who owns the behavioral data that she collects. A, she owns her own data. B, the BCBA owns her data. I'm sorry, the BACB owns her data. C, ABA 123 Clinic owns her data. D, each client owns their own data. Or E, the BCBAD supervising her owns her data.
AB 123 Clinic owns her data.
Agree.
I
Yes.
agree.
You guys all agree?
Yes.
I agree.
Okay. Next question. Jennifer is a newly certified BCBA with 6 clients and 1 supervisee. The agency she works for is offering her a promotion if she takes 2 more supervisees and 1 more client. They remind her that there is a long waiting list and that she can delegate her work to the supervisees immediately if she decides to take the promotion. What should Jennifer do? A, say yes, accept the promotion because it is unethical to refuse when there is a need, as long as the BCBA can delegate her work to other supervisees. B, say no, decline the promotion because it is unethical to accept new cases and provide more supervision if the BCBA won't be effective. C, say yes, accept the promotion because the BCBA needs the money. D, say no, decline the promotion because the BCBA does not want to take on any more cases. Or E, none of the above.
E.
B.
B like boy.
B.
as in
B.
boy. B.
B as in boy. Okay. Awesome. You guys are doing so good. Can't get you guys. All right. When should a BCBA record data to help ensure accuracy? A, once every 2 days. B, ending the session. C, concurrently. D, before beginning the next session. And E, at the end of the week.
Ending the session.
Concurrently.
Concurrently.
Or concurrently.
Concurrently.
Concurrently. Okay. The BCBA made an appointment to see her supervisee at a school. The supervisee arrives but does not see the supervisor and walks into the classroom. The teacher tells her to come in and help her with the kid since the BCBA had a crisis situation with another client and informed her that it was fine for her to provide services alone. The teacher also said that she left the signed supervision forms for her to take after she is done. What should the supervisee do? A, stay and work with the client since the supervision forms are signed there, and both the BCBA and teacher agreed that she is competent enough to work with the client independently. B, leave and contact the BCBA immediately to discuss your concerns. C, contact the agency or BACB. D, stay and work with the client while the BCBA provides supervision remotely. Or E, both B and C.
I said both B and C.
B and C.
B and C.
B and C. The last one.
You sure?
Well, I think it's actually just B.
B.
Or maybe the
You-
C. contact the,
B.
I'm sorry.
I think
I think it's just B. You don't contact the BACB. You might contact your agency, but you're not
Right,
going to
right.
contact the
Yeah, I
BACB.
think it's B too.
B
It's just-
only. Guys.
Why shouldn't
Well,
you
I
contact
mean,
the BACB?
the stay and work with the client. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Go
hold
ahead.
on, Yanni, hold on. Why shouldn't you contact the BACB?
because
Right?
very contacting them, and this is not the time you should be contacting them. You should contact them if you get a ticket, a violation, if you change your address,
Mm-hmm.
or those are things of contacting them. There's many other ones, but I'm just going off the top of my head.
Right.
This would not be a reason to contact them.
One of the reasons. Okay.
not that you'll get anybody.
For me, I believe B may not be correct because they mentioned the leave and contact. So maybe it is because after the work she will leave, or leave and contact. Because
So
leave word is triggering. Yeah.
can I just walk through this question again? So the question is stating that your client is not here and the teacher wants you to work with another student. So if you don't have services with that
No,
student,
it's not the client. The supervisor is not there.
oh, okay. So you shouldn't be providing. Oh, okay.
So
Okay. So
BACB made an appointment to see his
a little bit more. It might not be actually B. Hold on.
So why is it not stay and work with the client while the BCBA provides supervision remotely?
That's not.
I would pick that
Sorry, I
one.
just yelled that. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Now that you just clarified it, now I'm thinking it is actually D, because you can work remotely. The supervision can be done remotely while you're doing the direct service care. The supervisor can be either remote or in present. So now I'm thinking it's D.
Okay, so you think it's D, and I heard Yanni say A.
I
No,
said D, Jacqueline.
I was torn between B and D. So leave and contact the BCBA immediately, or stay and work with the client. The problem with me is that I find is that she already left the form signed, so she's not really gonna give you feedback. I mean, she doesn't know what's gonna happen in the supervision, so she shouldn't have signed the forms already.
So are BCBAs allowed to leave forms signed without observing?
No, we cannot. It should be at the end. After the supervision is done, it should be at the end.
Right. So if the supervisor is not there observing, she can't sign those forms, right?
Yeah.
So it should be only B then. But that's a good trick if that's what
Yeah.
you.
Because I thought it was B in the beginning and then I changed my answer.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are thinking. I want to see if you guys are on the right track. Okay. So I have another question. Someone said D. Who said D?
I
Yeah.
only said because I mixed myself up. I originally said B, but then I was like, well, maybe it's D because I give supervision remotely, but then I missed that detail that you guys just said at the end. So
So who is this? Bridget?
yes.
Okay, so Bridget, I think that you are very close. You're on the right.
I said D.
The only thing is, go back to the question. Right here, it says the teacher tells her to come in and help her with the kid since the BCBA had a crisis situation. So can she provide supervision remotely if she's in a crisis situation?
No.
No. So what is
No.
it?
It's B.
B as in boy.
So you were right.
But how it is possible to leave? It is like
You can't provide services. You can provide services. In this scenario, you can't provide it. You have to stop. Okay?
And thank you. That's a
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that are wrong in this scenario.
Mhm.
So the first thing is that you can't provide services as an RBT. There's nothing here that says that she's competent. Okay?
Okay.
Also, they're saying that the forms are signed without
Prior.
without
Yes.
observing her. So
Yeah. Can't
there's a
sign the
lot of
form.
things that are wrong.
And you said the crisis situation. That's a red flag.
Yeah, so you can't provide supervision remotely if there's a crisis situation either. If this wasn't here, you could. So D would be right.
But leaving a signed form, that's another red flag.
That's a no-no, right?
Can somebody explain what remotely means exactly?
Remote is what we're doing right now. Online.
Communication.
Gotcha.
Video chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I've always heard a different term for it.
No problem.
Right. What other term could it be?
All right, let's move on. Which of the following is the best method for providing supervision? A, the supervisor and supervisee having a one-to-one meeting at the agency to collaborate about the client and answer any questions or concerns. B, the supervisor observing and providing feedback to the supervisees while working with the client in the natural setting. C, the supervisor requiring the supervisee to attend a training on a specific need to build competence on the client. And D, the supervisor observing and providing feedback to the supervisee while working with the client in an ABA clinic, or last, all of the above.
All the above.
Of the above.
Does everybody agree with all of the above?
I think
Yes.
it's B.
Not yet. I mean, I'm still figuring it out.
I'll give you guys a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, I don't, wait, it says what is the best method? It's not saying,
That's right.
so it's natural setting, it's B. Sorry.
Well, that's good. That was good. That I'm happy that you saw that. It is best method. So they're all right, but that is definitely the best method. Natural setting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on Bailey and Birch, he mentions that the supervisor should always go to the supervisee. So if we're doing one-to-one meetings, that in addition to natural settings is okay, but the supervisor should go to the supervisee in the natural setting. That's the best method, always. Okay? All right. Daymi is a BCBA providing supervision to Yenny. Daymi meets with Yenny at the agency every 2 weeks to earn her 5% of required supervision and discuss her concerns about their client. Daymi analyzes multiple forms of data that Yenny collected and took to her, while Yenny tells her that the reasons for the client engaging in problem behavior is because of the parent providing attention and because the older brother talking to the client while engaging in academic tasks, which occasionally allows him to escape. Daymi gives her some suggestions for the case according to the information being provided. What is wrong with this scenario? A, the BCBA is getting information from the trainee without her own interpretation. B, the supervisee is not confessing their own behavior. C, the BCBA is only providing supervision at the agency. D, the BCBA is giving her feedback and suggestion with regards to the case without being sure that the supervisee's analysis is reliable. And E, all of the above.
That is a loaded question.
I think it's all of the above.
It is a loaded question.
I have to reread it. Can we
You want me to break it down?
I just want to reread it if you guys all don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like that too.
That's a lot to take in. Hold on just a minute.
Yep. Does anybody else have any questions about this? What she read?
No, I'm just thinking on the previous question that it says about the natural what is it?
The
Natural,
natural environment. Uh-huh.
Natural environment. This one is the same because this only giving the supervision at the agency every 2 weeks.
right.
Yeah, it's
So that's why I was thinking C.
Okay, I have the
But
answer.
but for this particular scenario, because we don't know if every other time she's at the agency. But for this particular scenario, I think
so
it would really be the
right.
one before A, B, C, D. I think it's D.
So remember what is wrong with the scenario. I think there's lots of things wrong with this scenario. Just tell me.
Okay, Daymi, I think it's A because the BCBA is not getting her own interpretation of what's going on with the client. She's just getting information interpreted from the supervisee. She needs her own interpretation.
I think it's
So-
all of the above.
But it could be all the above too.
I think it could be all of the above, but the one that's tripping me off is the supervisee is not confessing their own behavior. I don't know if that's really necessary.
Yeah, that's I was going. Rita, yeah? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I don't understand that. Like, why is
Yeah,
that important?
I'll break it
right.
down for you guys. Did someone else say D? E, all of the above? Or no? I heard, was it Yenny?
Yeah, I said all of the above.
I said all of the above, but then I said D also.
D
Just
also?
Mhm.
Okay. So it is all of the above.
Okay.
Okay. And
Can
Bailey,
you explain
Ba-
B?
yeah, I'm going to explain now. Bailey, in his book and on a video that I can send you guys that I watched where I got this scenario, well, I made this scenario up, but he's talking about this exact situation about the supervisee if not confessing their own behavior. So when you talk to a supervisee, it's difficult for them to say what they did wrong. That's why it's our job to go to the natural environment and see what they're doing wrong. Okay? You're not going to go up to me and tell me, oh, the reason the client had problem behavior was because I didn't give enough prompting and I didn't, that's not something naturally that you're going to say to your supervisor. Okay?
Yeah.
So
That goes with A. Like, you get your own interpretation.
exactly. All right. So if the question was what is the best answer? But I'm just basically saying what is wrong with the scenario. So it's all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he does mention this about the BCBA having to go to the natural environment and make their own interpretation. But everything on here is, with regards to the scenario, is wrong. Everything.
That was a good question. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, and this one goes back to, like you said, Minerva, about providing supervision at the agency. You shouldn't, because right here I'm saying that Yanni is giving me information at an agency and I have to go about what she's telling me and then give her suggestions without looking at it myself, without observing. I can't hold a trainee or a supervisee responsible for a client with them giving me information I'm not sure about. Okay? So you have to, everything is wrong in that question. All right, next question. Supervision for a supervisee is A, shaping. All BCBAs should have this in their repertoire. B, backward chaining. Focus only on immediately reinforcing the supervisee in order to maintain the desired behaviors. C, an unpaid internship that accumulates 1,000 to 1,500 hours.
That too.
D, prompting, observing, identifying the problem, and prioritizing. E, A, and D, and then F, all of the above.
A and D.
All of the above.
Indeed.
Joking.
A and D. Because 750 is direct service hours. It's not all 1,500. So it's got to be.
Okay, that's good that you saw that. And another thing too, how about this part?
Unpaid, yeah, internship, yeah.
Unpaid. Some are paid, some are unpaid,
Unpaid on our own part.
right?
We pay the supervisors.
And backwards chaining is not that.
Exactly. Backwards chaining is not.
It has to be A and
A
D.
and D.
A and D.
A and D.
Yes, it is A and D. Another hint that I gave you guys on backwards chaining, I put that it focuses only on immediately reinforcing the supervised D. We don't only focus on that. We focus on other things too. All right, next question. Lara accepted a new position as a BCBA and is moving to sunny South Florida. The family is very excited for the move. How much time does Lara have to notify the BACB? A. Lara has to notify the BACB prior to the move. B. Lara has to notify the BACB within 24 hours. C. Lara has to notify the BACB within 30 days. Or D. Lara has to notify the BACB immediately.
C.
30 days.
30 days.
30 days. Awesome. Right. Robert is a new BCBA-D that began working with a new case of a child that has parents that are newly divorced and fighting for his custody. In what situation is Robert required to reveal his client's identity without consent? A. When the client threatens the BCBA of hurting himself. B. When the client's records are subpoenaed. C. When the BCBA's lawyer requests identification of the client. Or D. All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above.
B.
A.
Why would the lawyer require identification of the clients? The BCBA lawyer, why? So I'm going to say when the
A.
client's record are subpoenaed.
Just
B.
A.
Then B.
A.
Then B is also when the records are subpoenaed. Then
Right.
it's a. If there's two of them are right, then
All of the above then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually.
Yep.
So it's not all of the above. So tell me what it is, guys.
A.
B.
then that's the first one. A.
I think it's B.
I think it's B, when the
B?
client threatens
Yes,
to
and
be
boy.
himself. I don't know.
Okay, so I have 3 for B.
Well, B.
B.
I would go for B.
All right,
I would go for B.
it is B.
Yeah, it's B.
And okay, the BCBA will never, the BCBA's lawyer cannot ever request identification of the client. That's not possible. And then the reason this one's wrong is because it's a threat.
It's not.
It's
Yeah. It's a threat.
If it wasn't a threat, then yes, it would be correct. But it's a threat, so no.
Good question.
Thank you. I worked hard on it.
Sure.
All right. What is the term that best describes when staff, RBT, implement the treatment generated by a BCBA in the exact way it was created? A, treatment integrity. B, treatment fidelity. C, procedural fidelity. Or D, all of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above because
All of the above.
Why?
AKAs.
AKAs.
Yep.
Nice job.
Thank you.
I learned from the audio.
How is it? My calming voice
Yes.
that everybody says. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh, you're
Yes.
smart.
Guys, nice job, guys.
Thank you. Good job. Nice job too.
Oh, thanks for helping us out.
Well, yeah, but that's my job. You know, what is it, Yenny? Error correction?
Yes.
Error correction, yes.
That was great. I love this Zoom. I think this is one of my favorite Zooms.
Oh, thank you.
I just had few of them, so I need.
All right, so thank you for joining. Tomorrow's Yenny Bell's meeting at 9 Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then I think I'm not sure 100%, but I think that next week we might take special requests also. So if you guys have any needs, just let us know in the chat, and then we'll break it up during the week, because I think that will help you guys on whatever topics you guys are having difficulty with.
Last week is the last week of the May tester, right? The last week.
Yeah, I think
Thank
so.
you, Daymi. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so have a good night. If you guys have any questions, you can ask
Thank
now,
you.
or if not, have a good night.
Also, Sue, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was nice.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night.
You guys did awesome.